air gets kinda heavy now. The quiet before the sound. Yeah, it's the moment of truth, putting legends to the proof. It's the final showdown, time to pass the crown. The final showdown, yeah, the final showdown.
Hey, what's up? It's Jackal. Thank you for joining me on the Eli Frequency Podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world right now in this moment, but I'm glad you took the time and chose to spend it with me. I appreciate that. So it's not to waste it. Let's get to it. What we talking about? We talking about verses. TI versus Busta. Because I keep seeing Busta Rhymes jumping out there because TI doing his thing and he trying to call 50 out. But Busta want the smoke. And I'm not a big Busta fan, but I'm not hugely a TI fan either. So I thought TI would smoke him. But then, you know what I did? Since I'm not abreast of their catalogs like that, I only know like a few good songs from either one of them because I'm not fans of theirs. I decided, you know what? Let me ask AI, see what AI has to say. So this is AI's version of what will go down. And it really surprised me. It's kind of shocked me. And I just wanted to give it to you all to see what you thought. If you thought this is the truth, because I'm going to give you exactly what AI told me. So I'm just trying to think. If I want to give y'all the breakdown that AI did, or if I want to give y'all the verses, hit for hit, on how I think it would go down. All right, let's do this. I'll give you the breakdown that AI said, and then I'll give you the catalog. That way you can see if you agree or not, before then after. All right, T.I. versus Busta Rhymes. In the verses, it's one of those matchups that always sparks debate because they're both heavyweights, but in very different ways. Here's how the battle really breaks down. It says catalog strength. Busta Rhymes, decades deep catalog, massive features, club anthems, songs that hit instantly even if you weren't a fan beforehand. T.I. dominated the 2000s, Southern classics, street anthems, strong storytelling and cultural impact. Edge Busta. His catalog spans more eras and genres. Now, the only thing I don't like about that statement is when it says Southern classics. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that, because this is what these New York dudes be doing, and don't do that. A classic is a classic, man. Don't be talking about no Southern classics. Like, but yet somebody from the East Coast, you'll say it's just a classic. But somebody from down south, you'll say it's a Southern classic. Don't do that. A classic is a classic. But anyway, it says Edge Busta. His catalog spans more eras and more genres. Performance factor, which is huge in verses. It says this is where Busta becomes almost unfair. Busta is one of the greatest live performers in hip-hop history. Energy, breath control, stage presence is unmatched. His songs hit even harder when performed. T.I. is solid live, but verses is built for explosive performers, so it edged Busta in the performance category. Hit impact. T.I. has What You Know, Bring 'Em Out, Live Your Life, Whatever You Like, Rubber Band Man, Top Back. Busta has Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, Break Your Neck, Touch It, Scenario, Look at Me Now, Past the Courvoisier. T.I.'s hits are huge, but Busta's are instant energy bombs, so it edges Busta in the hit impact. Now, cultural influence. T.I. helped define the trap era. Busta helped define multiple eras, different types of influences, but versus rewards range, so it edges Busta. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe Busta changed anything in the culture. Just keeping it 100. I know he went to the fast rapping and all that, but that's been out already. That's been done already. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from Twista. You know, he's an originator and the best at it. So yeah, I don't know that Busta changed anything culturally in the hip hop game, but that's to be debated, right? Okay. So who wins? It says if we're talking versus rules, performance, energy, crowd reaction, and hit for hit impact, Busta Rhymes wins the battle. T.I. is legendary, but Busta is one of the few artists who basically is built for verses. And I was like, yeah, you feel like that? That's how you really feel? All right, break it down for me. Break it down. No, I gotta hear this. I don't know if I believe that. You got Busta winning in every category. Okay, break that down for me. Stand 10 toes down. Stand on that. It says, oh, you want the full 20 round fantasy versus card? Yup. Hey, I said, let's cook. This is the kind of matchup where both artists can land haymakers, but Busta's performance energy gives him an edge, even when the songs are close. Here's a hypothetical round by round breakdown with the realistic feel for how the crowd would react. You know what? This might be my thing. I might start doing this right here. Busta Rhymes versus, because I want to do a Biggie versus Tupac. So yeah, you know what? This is my thing. I'm gonna bring this. This is gonna be another category I'm bringing to y'all. Once a week, I'm going to do a hip hop versus. All right. And it may pick up to be more than that, but right now, once a week, because I can't even get in here to do regular stuff. So, but I'm gonna dedicate myself to this. Once a week, at least once a week, I'm gonna do a hip hop versus. So this is my first one. We got T.I. versus Busta Rhymes. 20 round versus battle. Round 1. T.I. goes first. He hits him with bring him out. Bring him out, bring him out. Busta hits him with put your hands where my eyes can see. It says winner Busta. Too iconic, too recognizable. That's what, hey, and this is the thoughts of AI. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm just a middleman. I'm just describing what the outcome was. You know, I didn't type in tell me how Buster is better than T.I. I just said who wins in the verses. All right. So this is what AI is telling me. So hopefully I don't have to spit that disclaimer too many more times. That's just it. And we can keep it moving. Round 2, T.I. What you know? What you know about that? Is that, yeah. Buster. Break your neck. Winner T.I. What you know is a nuclear bomb. Yeah, okay. Now we cooking. Round 3, T.I. Rubber Band Man. Buster, touch it. Winner, Buster. Touch it is a versus cheat code. All right. You know what? The more I do this, I think man, that's a lot of work. I might play a little piece of the song, but I don't know. That's a lot of work, man. I'll see what I can do. But that's a lot of work. Round 4, T.I.'s 20 foes. Buster, Pastor Cavassier, part 2. Winner, Buster. Crowd goes crazy every time. How AI know? AI ain't never been to a Busta Rhymes concert, but talking about crowd goes crazy. How you know? Whatever, man. Anyway, round 5, T.I., ASAP, Busta. Give me some more. Winner, Busta. Unmatched energy. Round 6, T.I., live your life. The paper chaser, live your life. Busta, look at me now. Winner, Busta. That verse is a versus moment. You know what? I'm gonna have to insert my opinion on this. Nah, man. I gotta get that to live your life, man. Ain't too many rap songs invented that's gonna be live your life. And look at me now definitely is not one of them. So nah, man, I ain't feeling that. Nah, Anyway, it says Buster. Round 7, T.I., whatever you like. Buster, I know what you want. Winner, T.I., Radio Smash versus Radio Smash. T.I. edges it. Well, I agree with that one. Whatever you like. Round 8, T.I., Top Back remix. Got my top back. Buster, Scenario, A Tribe Called Quest. Winner, Buster. generational classic. Now, again, I don't know if I agree with that. I do agree that Scenario is a generation. I don't know if generation. Well, it was a classic for a certain generation. The scenario. What's up? What's that scenario? I agree that that's a classic, but it's for that generation. Like Top Bag, I don't know, man. You can play Top Bag anytime and it's gonna go crazy. You can't play Scenario anytime and it's going crazy. Only the people who know Scenario is gonna go crazy for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Like Top Back, you don't have to know that song to go crazy for that. So I disagree with that. So it says the winner buster. So I think two of these T.I. got. Round 9, T.I. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. Busta, hoo-ha, got you all in check. Hoo-ha, got you all in check. What? And it says the winner is Busta. Too much nostalgia power. Nostalgia power. You know what? I don't know which song Woo-ha got you all in check. So I would have to hear it to refresh my memory. But I do know the T.I. You Don't Know Me. That might be a 3 for me, but I can't put it in there solidly because once I hear that Busta one, it might come back to me. It might be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that one's okay. Round 10, T.I. No Mediocre. Busta, Make It Clap. Winner, Busta, Dance Hall Energy wins. All right, I ain't gonna fight that one because I don't know T.I.'s No Mediocre unless I like hear it or something. And Busta, Make It Clap. I think I know that one, but round 11, T.I. About the Money. Busta, Ante Up. Yeah. The remix. Winner, Busta. That verse is a riot starter. I can't front about that one. Ante Up. Round 12, T.I. Why You Wanna. Busta, 1 with Erykah Badu. Winner, T.I. Smoother and recognizable. Yeah, I might have to put some of the like a piece of the song in these because yeah, I gotta remember them. But round 13, T.I. Dead and Gone. Busta, Don't Ya. Pussycat Dolls verse. Winner, T.I. Emotional big crossover hit. Dead and Gone. Yeah, I like that one. That's hot. Round 14, T.I. Go Get It. Busta, Arab Money. Winner, Busta, huge club record. Round 15, The Big Shit Poppin'. Big Shit Poppin'. Busta, Dangerous. Ooh. Winner, Busta, another classic. See, you just can't say another classic and Big Shit Poppin' and what? That ain't a classic? All right, anyway. Man, hold up, man. I gotta make sure when I type this in next time, I say no New York bias, man. Round 16, T.I. Motivation. Busta, Holla. Winner, T.I. One of his strongest album cuts. Round 17, T.I. King. Busta, Put Your Hands remix. Touch It remix medley. Winner, Busta. Performance factor is overwhelming. All right. Round 18, T.I. I'm Illy. Busta, Caesar. Winner, Busta. Modern Busta still hits hard. I don't know either one of those. Round 19, T.I. Swagger Like Us. Busta, Victory. Diddy verse. Winner, Busta. One of his best feature verses ever. I don't know about that one. Round 20, T.I. Trap Back Jumping. Busta, Calm Down with Eminem. Winner, Busta, High Energy Closer. Man, you can't be saying no high energy closer when you chose the closer. What? Get out of here. Anyway, final score, Busta Rhymes wins 14-6. You so disrespectful. Man, this is, I'm using, I ain't gonna tell y'all which one I'm using, but you so disrespectful. I can't believe that you so very disrespectful. Let's see. T.I. puts up a real fight. How? 14-6. His category is deep and meaningful, but verses is about instant energy. performance and crowd reaction. And Busta is one of the greatest live performers hip hop has ever seen. Like, that ain't totally true. Everybody who does a versus don't do it live. So I'm just saying, Nelly didn't do his verses live. 14-6. So at minimum, I got 12-8 because I had two of them that that was for Ti. So right now Ti is losing by 2 in my eyes, but with chat, or not chat. I ain't using chat, but with AI, they got Buster 14-6. Let's see. If you want, I can also build an alternate set list where Ti plays more trap heavy cuts. Create a Ti favored version to see if he can win. That's messed up. Break down why each round goes the way it does in more detail. I wonder if I created a Ti favorite version to see if he can win. What would chat? I keep calling this chat. What would AI say? Okay, so it says, absolutely, let's flip the script and build a Ti favorite versus where the sequencing, matchup strategy, and energy pacing all work in Ti's favor. This isn't about pretending Buster doesn't have nuclear weapons. It's about Ti playing smarter. Leaning into trap dominance, emotional records, and features that hit different in a curated order. Here's 20 round card where Ti realistically wins. Maybe I can do this too, where I can favor it towards the person that AI is hating on. Ti favorite verses, how Tip can take it 11-9. Let's see, I'm gonna run through this because I'm gonna try to keep them to 20 minutes. Round 1, set the tone. Ti, what you know, Busta, put your hands where my eyes can see. Winner, Ti, starting with his biggest record, flips the usual momentum. Round 2, Trap Foundation. Ti, you don't know me, Busta. Woo-ha. Winner, Ti, raw trap energy beats early era Busta nostalgia. 3, street anthems versus club anthems. Ti, ASAP, Busta, touch it. Winner, Busta, touch it is too strong here. Yeah, Busta, touch it is out of here. Round 4, Southern Dominance. Ti, 20 foes. Buster, give me some more. Winner, Ti. This matchup favors Ti's cultural weight. I agree with that, so that's what I was saying last time. Round 5, Emotional Depth. Ti, dead and gone. Buster, I know what you want. Winner, Ti, bigger emotional impact. Round 6, Radio Smash versus Feature Flex. Ti, whatever you like. Buster, look at me now. Verse. Winner, Buster. That verse is a verse. I don't care what that verse is. I'm talking about the song. When we talking verses, we talking about the song, the whole song. I don't care what you did on a verse. Nah, dog. Give me the song. So I disagree on that one. Ti for that one. Round 7, Trap Anthem. Ti, top back remix, Buster, past Cavassier Part 2. Winner, Ti, the remix hit harder in a live setting. Round 8, Motivation Moment. Ti, Motivation, Buster, Dangerous. Winner, Ti, this is one of Tip's most beloved album cuts. Round 9, Feature Flex. Ti, Swagger Like Us, Buster, Scenario. Winner, Buster, Scenario is too iconic. You wrong about that, baby. Scenario is iconic. Back to people who know Scenario. Swagger Like Us is iconic with people who know it and people who don't know it. You just play that for anybody, it's going to be crazy. Round 10, Modern Trap Power. Ti, Go Get It, Buster, Caesar. Winner, Ti, Modern Ti beats Modern Buster. Buster ain't gonna like that. Round 11, Crossover Smash. Ti, Live Your Life, Buster, Make It Clap. Winner, Ti, Rihanna gives this round a tip. You got doggone right. Live your life. Round 12, Southern Classic. Ti, Rubber Band Man, Buster, Annie Up. Remix, verse. Winner, Buster. That verse is a riot starter. Round 13, Trap Mount Rushmore moment. Ti, King, Buster, Holla. Winner, Ti. This is defining Ti record. Round 14, Radio Dominance. Ti, Why You Wanna. Buster, Don't Ya. Verse. Winner, Ti, smoother and more recognizable. Round 15, Hustler's Anthem. Ti, I'm Illy. Buster, Break Your Neck. Winner, Buster, Too Much Energy. Round 16, Southern Anthem. Ti, Bring 'Em Out. Buster, Touch It remix. Winner, Ti, this is a perfect counterpunch. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Round 17, Trap Resurgence. T.I. Trap Back Jumping. Busta Arab Money. Winner, T.I. Trap Energy wins this matchup. Round 18, Feature Flex 2. T.I. About the Money. Busta Calm Down. Winner, T.I. Young Thug gives this round extra juice. Round 19, Emotional Closer. The T.I. No Matter What. Busta won. Winner, T.I. One of T.I.'s most powerful records. Round 20, Victory Lap. T.I.'s Big Shit Poppin', Busta's Put Your Hands remix medley. Winner, T.I. Perfect closer for T.I. favorite narrative. Hey, I be tripping. Final score, T.I. wins 11-9. I got it 12-8. This version works because T.I. leans heavily into trap classic, not just radio hits. He uses emotional records strategically. He avoids matching Busta's high energy songs head on. He sequences his biggest records early to control the momentum. He uses features to neutralize Busta's features dominance. If you want, I can build a Busta favorite version. We had that the first time. Well, he wins 15-5. Yeah, so disrespectful, man. A perfectly even 10-10 card, a crowd reaction based simulation like a real versus event. All right, y'all. So there you have it. In the regular AI, it said Busta wins, but in the T.I. favorite version, it gives you an example of how T.I. can win. And then it gets disrespectful and says it can give you a Busta favorite version that's 15-5. So disrespectful. So there you have it. I'll think about putting clips in, but then when I if you put clips in, they'll copyright your stuff and you got to worry about all this other stuff. So it might be more of a headache than it's worth. But in a world that evolves in all ways, make sure that your foundation is eternal love always. Please comment on what you think about these. I would love to see your comments and read what you think about these verses. And if you would like me to continue doing this, because I think it's cool, let me know. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you could be notified whenever I'm on the frequency. And until then, Eli, frequently. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Room's hazy, but your vibe is crystal clear. Got me thinking about a future, not just right here. They can see the way I'm looking, ain't no doubt. It's ELA.